real quick, want to thank everyone that bid on some of those items in the first round of our Opie and Anthony auction.
First round.
The first wave of items are now gone.
Yep.
And we raised $19,000 officially.
Get out of here, really?
The second phase is up and doing quite well. Bids already close to $20,000 for the second phase.
Wow.
There's going to be like a third and a fourth phase. Pretty much for the whole month of September, we're going to raise money for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. 100% of the proceeds. Aunt and I aren't getting anything out of this. So there's a lot of great items to bid on.
We're not.
You can go to opieandanthony.com to find the link and look at what's up there for bidding.
I want my stuff back then.
You got a lot of stuff. You brought a lot of stuff in, huh?
Of course I did.
More shirts and stuff?
Shirts.
Anything cool?
I had some Dice stuff laying around. I got what was his album called? Remember that album?
Butts Up, Hands Down.
Yeah, something like that.
What?
It's and face down, ass up shirt.
Face down, ass up.
Yeah, and it says "I'm over here now" on the back.
Yeah, we should bring in our big, ridiculous black hooded sweatshirts that he bought
Everlast
us.
shirts that he made us buy that day.
That I wore once because he insisted that we all buy extra, extra, extra larges.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, but Dice, I will never wear this.
No, you got to get the big ones. The large.
Yeah,
and he made us put them on. It was ridiculous. He bought them. He haggled with the person at the register. The guy always thinks he's in some kind of market in India where you can haggle with these people. He's on 57th Street in Manhattan, and he's trying to haggle. Well, how about I give you $30 for all of them? You're like, no, it's whatever the price is here. What is this?
I believe that was 5 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Remember we were talking about the Mets-Yankees possible World Series right outside the Viacom building?
Yeah.
They were doing those interviews?
Wow, 5 years ago.
Wow.
So I'll try to find my sweatshirt because it's just sitting in a drawer somewhere.
And then, oh, wow. Turn that around. Is there anything on the back? No? Ooh. That is one of the WNEW 102.7 little baseball jerseys.
Ooh.
And then
the official... When you're out and about doing business, the collared 102.7.
The collared NEW shirt.
Did you ever wear that?
The little NEW on the corner. Probably wore it around the house one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those things.
Ugh.
Yeah. Nice. That's good stuff right there.
What else is going up for auction today?
Ooh, look at that.
All the gold and platinum records came today?
That is a platinum record, Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin.
Very nice. From Lee Abrams.
Commemorating, what, 1 million copies sold?
Yep. Right from his office. Cool. And a Joan Jett one?
Jesus, he went from the A-list to the L-list.
Jesus.
What, did someone spit on that one? What's up top?
Ooh.
Looks like someone vomited on it.
Yeah, because that thing has been in a closet.
Couldn't he have wiped them down before he sent them? Jesus.
Lee. What the hell? That's like a boot print. Was that his doormat or something?
Wow.
God.
Hey, Lee, could you spray a little Windex on these before you sent them?
Please. Jesus.
I love rock and roll.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll throw that up there. We should get at least $10 for those.
And I brought in a very, very, really insignificant item, but there's a few of them. I have my original headshot.
Yes, I was laughing at these earlier when you showed me.
From 1992, a woman in Woodbridge, New Jersey, took my headshot. I was 2 years in the business.
2 years?
In the business, yeah.
Why did you choose that shot?
I don't know.
You must have had more that you had to choose from.
I'm sure the other ones were worse.
You look a little gruff in it. Rough and tumble.
Ooh.
You don't look fun. You look threatening.
He looks like he's 15 years old.
Nah, he looks like one of those kids that'll cut you with a box cutter.
You think?
Yeah.
I was 22 or 23, and I had to get my headshot, so I got them. I got more later, obviously.
Yeah.
Real awful ones which I never used.
Well, now that you're going out to Hollywood to become a big star, this is a very valuable item.
You should use those. Like if you have a gig somewhere. You know how people use their headshots from years ago? Just use that one. A little Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, over and over again. All right, also, you got to throw the Cal Ripken autographed baseball up there today. It's time. It's
big item. Big.
It's time to get those big items up there, okay? Big items.
Where's Chester?
Wow, the XM MiFi with lifetime subscription is up to $1,500, Anthony.
Ooh.
Could you do the price thing so we could go to the the top items right now. Opie and Anthony intern for a day, $2,400 right now, Ant, with 6 days left in that bid. In that auction, whatever. The other intern for a day is up to $2,100. Holy crap. Robert Kelly's kneecast is in 4th place right now, $1,400.
Wow.
It's fetching so far.
That's a big one.
Brian Regan's Cup of Dirt in 6th place, getting $430 so far. It's autographed, of course. And the WNEW Inappropriate Bell? That... They already took it.
My stuff.
It's a valuable bell. They had to take it, Anthony. The Inappropriate Bell...
That's all right. I'll do it myself.
The Inappropriate Bell...
Put all my stuff out here.
The bid for that is up to $430. So go to opieandanthony.com. It's for a great cause, obviously. Find the link to the Opie and Anthony auction.
All my stuff.
God, what a worthless collection of junk.
Just garbage. I like sitting here with garbage to my left.
It's kind of creepy every morning, you know. Ant lays out his instruments.
I am an artiste.
All this stuff. You never know when he needs some of these things.
I'm Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
He was playing Happy Birthday.
No, that was the Titanic. You motherfucker.
You know what? You just reminded me of something. We didn't play the audio of Celine Dion on Larry King.
No, we didn't.
This was priceless.
She was very upset.
We all understand that it was a disaster down there.
Mm-hmm.
But how could you not laugh when Celine Dion just breaks into song on Larry King? Because that's going to help the victims. That's what they need, a song from Celine.
Ew, she sang?
Oh, my God, this is really creepy.
Ew.
It's deeply disturbing.
Yeah,
I understand everyone. Even we have been affected, and we're trying to do our part. But, God damn, man, some of these people have got to relax. Like Ben brought in the picture of Sean Penn walking around New Orleans with a shotgun.
A shotgun.
Here it is, right here.
He's walking around with a shotgun, I guess, to protect himself as he goes on his rescue missions.
I don't know. There's a lot of stories about the shotgun. Supposedly he found it laying around and picked it up.
Oh,
please.
Others say that he brought it himself.
I was handing this to the police.
Right.
Shithead, you got caught. It's okay for you to have a gun for protection, but nobody else, right?
Yeah.
His little scheme backfired. You know, this guy... brought his own photographer down there as he's rescuing people. That's just no good.
I thought he was an asshole for many years, but it turns out he really is kind of just a weirdo. Like, he's one of those real weird guys. Be more like your brother. He's fat and jolly and makes fun movies.
Looks like an alcoholic.
Yeah. What a mess he is.
That's how I'm going to say that word from now on. Alcoholic.
Maybe I'll get him on the show. We have the same manager. I'll talk to my manager.
Stop it.
See about getting
And
Chris
I
on
have
the show.
talked to Chris Penn in the past.
I've never met him.
Oh, we did.
We did many years
phone, right?
ago. No, in person, too.
Oh.
I got a picture with Chris Penn.
I want one.
I should bring in all my old celebrity photos. They're kind of funny. Throw them up on the website there. All right, here we go. Celine Dion. We got to play this a little bit here.
Celine.
A little bit. Celine Dion and Larry King last week.
I have to say, Larry, that I'm as devastated as the rest of the world.
Devastated?
If I may, I was watching you behind. There's a television right now. I'm watching, and I'm especially waiting, like the rest of the world. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm having a coffee. I barely can swallow it.
Yeah, through your little pigeon neck.
She sounds like Christopher Walken.
Oh! I can barely swallow it.
I can barely. Let's swallow it.
And she's in one of those ridiculous suites in Las Vegas. You know,
From my huge 38-inch plasma television,
right.
I could not take the pain and anguish of those people as I looked down on Las Vegas from my penthouse suite.
Why couldn't you swallow the coffee? Was her husband using her mouth to practice rolling Dyson?
Well, we've heard he's got a problem. What can I tell you? We all have problems.
Yeah.
And I'm especially waiting, like the rest of the world. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm having a coffee. I barely can swallow it. I come here at Caesar's Palace every night to perform.
Uh-oh.
I barely can sing.
Yeah, well.
But for respect for the people who come, I am still singing. When I come home at night, My son is waiting for me. I watch television. Yes, we gave $1 million. But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television. There's people.
How do you open a television?
I opened the television.
Opie, I don't think we should make fun of this. She still sang while those people suffered. She's brave.
She is brave.
She's a brave girl.
We gave $1 million. I have a coffee. I don't know what plural is.
Yeah. How about buying an S, you foreign whore?
Watch television. Yes, we gave $1 million. But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television.
See, it was $1, and she just wrote million on it.
$1 million.
It was $1 million.
And I open the television, and I see wires and tubes. And I don't know what year it is because there's never tubes in TVs anymore, you idiot.
I opened television. What?
But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television. There's people still there, waiting to be rescued. And for me, it's not acceptable. I know there's reasons for it. I'm sorry to say I'm being rude, but I don't want to hear those reasons.
Ooh.
You know, some people...
They should fly her over like the flooded areas in a helicopter and lower her down, and then she could sing the Titanic song.
Wouldn't that be great?
As they're hanging on to their roofs.
Hold on, Tyrone. Tyrone, don't let go. Don't ever let go, Tyrone. If only there was room enough for you on that door that your girlfriend is on right now. It could be a huge cavernous door and there still wouldn't be room. Have you seen the women down there? Big fat asses. You are a survivor. Many people perished under the brown sewage of New Orleans. Much like they did that fateful night in April of 1912?
14?
1912. It was 12, shut up.
Sorry.
Much like they perished in the icy waters of the North Atlantic on that fateful maiden voyage of the Titanic. But some of them were survivors. Oh, where are you? And Larry, I watch, and personally I don't care. But I cry. I cry because my husband is 90 fucking years old. I cry when I think he touched me when I was 14. Forced me to marry him. That is why I weep today. You think I really care about the schwoogies, Larry? How many bodies lie there beneath that mucky, brown, stinky mess? I say P.U., Larry. And some of them cling to their rooftops like many clung to life jackets and pieces of wood on that fateful night on the Titanic. They are truly, truly Negroes. They are so poor and so black.
All right, back to the audio. Jesus.
That was fantastic.
Oh, stop it.
Back to
More
Celine.
crying, Celine.
And for me, it's not acceptable. I know there's reasons for it. I'm sorry to say I'm being rude, but I don't want to hear those reasons. You know, some people are stealing and they're making a big deal out of it. Oh, they're stealing 20 pair of jeans or they're stealing television sets. Who cares? They're not going to go too far with it. Maybe those people are so poor. Some of the people who do that are so poor they've never touched anything in their lives. Let them touch those things for once.
Invite them into your house. Let them touch.
You also have never touched a seat at your show at Caesars, you fucking overpriced Canadian hosebag. But you never touched an orchestra seat there, did they?
Oh, my God. Let them touch stuff.
Let them just touch it.
That's the biggest cock tease ever. Here, feel this plasma TV that you'll never have.
How racist she is.
Holy shit.
Just touch it.
Just touch it, because that'll make you feel better.
Unfortunately, they were touching guns at Walmarts and touching the triggers. Stop it.
I was inspired when they taught Coco to sign.
Oh, she did not say let the people touch.
Just touch it.
Just touch it.
Oh, my goodness.
The people who do that, they're so poor, they've never touched anything in their lives. Let them touch those things for once. The main thing right now, it's not the people who are stealing. It's the people who are left there, and they're watching helicopters flying over their heads.
Lobsters.
And they're praying. How come it's so easy to send planes in another country to kill everyone in a second, to destroy lives? We need to serve our country. And for me to serve our country is to be there right now to rescue the rest of the people.
Wow.
We need the cash. We need the blood. We need the support. Right now we need the prayers.
Jesus, where's Larry through that whole
Jesus, I was nodding off.
She is the foreign policy insight of a 6-year-old. Why do we send bombs to blow up the world and the universe?
In seconds.
In seconds, everything. I can't get over the fact, let them touch things.
Just touch it. Much like the poor passengers that were stuck in steerage on the Titanic. We should just pull gates shut and lock them to drown in their basements.
Look, Tyrone, you'll never have an iPod, but hey, feel free to touch it.
I want to touch it.
Right. Oh, is that the best? All right,
what a mess she is.
She continued on Larry King last week.
It is, you know, when I was hearing a couple of days ago that these things are not reachable, it's too full of water, maybe I'm too much like I'm not thinking with my head. I'm talking with my heart. Nobody can open any roofs. The helicopters flying in. Take 2 people at a time. Take a kayak. Go into those walls.
Take a kayak?
A kayak!
Oh, she's an outdoorsy one. Or take a limo like I do to go to my shows.
Why can't they take the flying Steve car and please pick up these people?
Take a kayak.
Oh, it is so easy if Steve would just, there he is now. Just fly by, Steve. Land and pick these people up in your flying hybrid car.
The helicopters flying in. Take 2 people at a time. Take a kayak. Go into those walls.
What?
There's kids being raped.
You can't take a kayak through walls.
Take a kayak through those walls?
What does she say?
She watches Gilligan's Island too much. You think that's how they get around?
A kayak.
Jesus, this isn't I Dream of Jeannie. Is Jim leaving a permanent thing? No.
Oh, stop it.
Still
stop it.
A big part of the show, and he'll be coming back and forth and doing this and doing that. Don't you worry.
There's kids being raped at night. We hear gunshots. Big guns. What's that? Those people are praying. They're walking. They're like this. Hello? Do you see us? We're still alive. But we're dying.
Celine,
it's terrible. I do not want to talk to you about money.
What?
Holy crap, will you just shut up and sing your stupid song?
She lost her fucking mind, and it's fantastic.
We can't see them at night because they're dark. Until they smile, we see teeth. We think they're floating dentures, but there are people attached to those. Oh, is she an ass?
Oh, I thought somebody dropped a big package of ping pong balls, and I was looking, but it was humans looking up at me. I thought it was ping pong balls and chiclets. But it wasn't, Larry. It was people.
Wow. Wow. Let's say hi to Carl in New Jersey. Carl?
Hey, she sounds like Mr. Wet. Do you remember Mr. Wet?
Mr. Wet.
Yeah, it was. There was 2 radio DJs. They had a show back in the day. I forget their names. It was this fat guy. You and Anthony referenced them all the time once in a while back in the day. And he was like, Mr. Wet, I'm from the sewer. I live under the ground. Hey, Mr. Wet.
Never, ever, ever. This guy is amazing.
Man, I could have saved. I'm sorry, Carl. I really don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's continue. Why are you taking the birthday cake out? Huh? Oh, okay. All right, more of Celine Dion.
Of course, please. I want this burnt so I could listen to it on the way home.
Of course. We're going to have Maury Povich in studio in a few minutes as well, so stay there.
Maury?
But first, more Celine Dion. This is too good. Maury's going to have to wait a few minutes.
We've been doing the show now for 2.5 hours. We've been asking a lot of people how they can help, how you can help. A lot of people all over the world want to help. You gave $1 million. You're going to help a lot of people live and survive. You should take great pride in that. One, that you've attained the ability to be able to do that, to be able to give $1 million. You should take pride in that.
I understand it's very important because eventually we will need that money. But it's just very frustrating that Franco and Concerts West and me, $1 million. If this is one thing, in 3 months and 6 months, they will need that money. Right now, they're praying for water. So we need to send them the water. They don't care about my check. So
no, they do.
It's just frustrating because on our parts of the world, we're trying our best and we're expecting those people.
Oh, she don't shut up.
Your check will turn into something.
And I'm sending Welch's grape juice and garlic. Old doddering old buffoon.
Yeah, I love Larry King's style where he pretty much doesn't do anything on his show and lets the people talk. But sometimes, as a host, you got to jump in there a little bit.
My God, is she upset? Shut up.
All right, here is the clip of clips.
I know you got to go on soon, but we couldn't spend any time with you without asking you, do you have any kind of thing you would like to sing that fits this moment?
She's got a song for everything.
Larry.
She's got a song for everything.
Is there any song in your... even if you did a little of it.
Well,
I don't want to...
Well, the only song that comes to my mind right now is definitely a prayer.
What's going on in Larry King's mind? You think he knows she's just a lunatic at this point and is exploiting that?
Yeah.
Or is he dead serious about having Celine Dion sing a song for everybody?
I think he's just trying to get as much out of her as he can, and at this point, having her do a song is the icing.
You think so? Is he being that calculating, or is he just an out-of-touch ass?
That's what I'm wondering,
Sing a song. The Motley Crew.
Because she's not in the right frame of mind to actually sing a song. Well, let's see how this plays out.
It's definitely a prayer. I did sing that song a few years back with Andrea Bocelli.
Oh, yes.
And I cannot think about a song, about a prayer. I will do my very best and...
This just in, Bruce Kelly's crying.
Liar, whore, and you know it. Shut your goddamn pie hole.
I pray we'll find your light.
You can get a doggy style, you can get a ling on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house, and I get to sing.
Let this be our prayer.
Fancy talk for a whore.
Now choke yourself. Well, no shit.
Okay, terrific.
And there you have it. That's very dramatic.
Wow.
Celine Dion and Larry King last week. Wow.
Liar, whore.
There you go.
Wow, she lost her mind. That's fantastic.
Well, Shelley and Oneana has something to say. Shelley!
Hey, dudes, I like you guys a lot. But, I mean, come on. She fucking gave $1 million. She's totally erect because she saw the same pictures we all saw.
Yeah.
And fucking English is her second language. So if she says, let them touch things, I don't think she's, means let them touch things.
It's Leonora literal.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
What do you think she meant by that?
Yeah.
I'm an editor, and I edited a show about her many years ago. Her English is just not very good.
Can you say this? Can you just say, oh, guys, we're all going to get in trouble?
What do you mean?
Letting people touch stuff that they'll never have in their lives, that's a little strange. I'm sorry to say. That's someone that is completely out of touch with the common person.
Well, no, she thinks she's like one of 14 kids. She's from a poor family.
Yes, I was very poor.
She's now out of touch. When was the last time she had to worry about paying a bill?
I was
watching many years.
those poor people, and I'm absolutely crying over here.
Like Maury Povich is loving this.
I'm crying, though. I mean,
Let's get him in here.
people out there.
Yeah, where's Maury?
All right.
We don't have time for you, Shelley. We have Maury Povich coming in.
Oh, my God. I went and saw a Maury Povich show once.
You did? Well, hold on.
Hold on. Shelley from Oneonta,
Maury Povich.
Oh,
It's been one of my all-time favorites. Maury Povich.
Oh, Anthony.
Oh, I love the show.
You're back.
Yes.
Jimmy is here. You got everybody here except Paul and... Now, let me get this straight. Celine Dion was talking about let them touch
the plasma TVs. Let them touch the pants and the sneakers.
Can someone find that so we can play that for me?
Because
I don't want to play the whole clip.
They're poor and they don't have those things. They should at least be allowed to touch it.
Did they show Larry's reaction when she was saying that?
I think he was snoring at the time. Poor old Larry.
Oh, now. Don't mess with us old TV talk show types.
You seem to have a little more spunk than Larry King. A little more pep in your step there, Maury.
More items being added to the Opie and Anthony auction.
Totally.
You can go to opieandanthony.com to get the link. Anthony.
Yeah.
Cal Ripken Jr. baseball autograph is now up for bidding. Ooh. The Joan Jett Platinum record is now up. The Ozzy Osbourne Platinum record is now up there. A Meet the Creeps DVD autographed by Lil Jimmy Norton and I'm assuming Club Soda Kenny is now up there. And you guys can bid on those items as well as a bunch of others being added as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jimmy?
No, I was going, ooh.
Oh, okay. Oh, really? We're going to need that audio. Don Imus, a true friend of the Opie and Anthony program, believe it or not.
We love that show, and the crew over there is
great. Did he ever come through with that auction bid?
What was he going to do?
That billboard.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know who won the Arthur Chien billboard that got him fired.
Well, come on. Get on it, fella.
I got knocked out at the last minute. Sons of bitches.
But, man, Imus is, he rocks. Deep in the paper.
Yes.
You got the 34 old people that died because the owners decided to not accept the buses that the city offered them or something to evacuate them.
Yeah, they were given plenty of time to...
They just thought it was too much of a hassle.
Yeah, too much of a pain in the ass. That's a hurricane. Where are we going to get all these people out of here and then have to bus them back in?
What a pain in the ass.
Screw it. It's just going to be a little rain and wind.
Yeah, we don't need buses. We'll just throw up some paneling. We'll be fine.
Yeah, that's all. Everything will be fine.
And then they fleed, and 34 of their oldies there, they died.
They're dead?
Dead.
Should have told them they were going to New Hampshire to see foliage, the leaves. We're going to New Hampshire. We're going to go see the leaves change. Get on the bus, you son of a bitch.
Well, they died horrid deaths in this old folks' home.
Just a bunch of whining. You know, the wind's whistling through the window. Oh, my God.
It's so chilly in here.
What the hell is going on?
It's chilly and damp.
Burgess, shut the window.
There were old people trying to pile tables up against the windows to keep the water and wind out. One old guy, they found him wrapped in a shower curtain. That was going to do it. Really, they died horrid deaths. Some of them laying on their beds when the water just came up and drowned them.
Jesus.
They couldn't move. And this couple that owns the place just hightailed it out of there. And now, one day you're in charge at an old folks' home. You never think anything could really happen that's going to send you to prison. And then the next, there you are, up on 34 counts of murder. I don't think it'll stick, to tell you the truth. That's a real tough case right there. They can say that their own lives were in danger and blah, blah, blah. I think they're fine. But they're white people.
That's right.
They are white people, and a lot of the people in their care were black people.
That looks like the same person on the front. Just looks like the guy in drag.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's like well, you nailed it. Very good.
It's kind of... No, we'll put it on eBay and auction this paper off.
I think we should auction off the original wiffle ball bat, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Good idea.
We'd get thousands of dollars for that.
That's a huge item.
I think you should engrave Gamma O right on the back.
Gamma-O.com. Gamma O.
Poor little Jimmy Norton. Who knew that the girls would come in and do this today?
That's right.
We plan stuff out weeks in advance, and it never pans out.
Right.
The girls come in. They're all me. But you girls, I barely got notice you were coming in. You're in, and the best group of girls we've ever had. Unbelievable.
Yesterday was good.
No complaining.
Oh, yeah, no
Nothing.
complaining.
No, we're just here to promote Gamma O. That's it.
Yes, you are.
Louisiana, show me your cock.
Show me your cock.
Well, what is the latest on Hurricane Karina?
Karina.
Did you hear this yet?
What?
Hurricane Karina?
No. What, a song? No.
No, it's not even a song.
Yeah, who is this?
Listen to this voice pronouncing the hurricane wrong. It's only one of the biggest events to hit America in the last, I don't know.
Maybe it wasn't on the news enough.
Maybe not. Listen to this.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who was affected by Hurricane Karina to make sure their children...
Now, who was that?
Who do you think that was, Otto?
Dumb bitch, I guess.
Well,
The Gamma O girls?
You really don't know who that was?
No.
Robert, do you know who that is? All right, don't give it away. Let's play it again.
Uh-huh. Let me listen.
Listen again, very closely. You should know this voice.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who was affected by Hurricane Karina
Bush?
to make sure their children...
The president's wife.
Wow. It's only the president's wife.
I got it too, right at that second one. Karina.
Hurricane Karina.
Hurricane Karina.
It wasn't on the news that much. Only black people. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Hurricane Karina.
Wow.
Fats Domino's missing. Who cares?
Domino.
She got Katrina and Colored mixed up.
They just sent out the National Guard if it was Axl Rose. Meanwhile, they can't get Fats Domino.
Yeah, get Sean Penn in there. Get those sea monkeys out of there. Have some compassion.
Could you just say it is the puppet?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I brought the puppet.
It's all good if it comes out of the puppet.
It's out of the puppet. We're all in the clear.
Yeah, that's how it works. You
Really?
know that, Otto? Come on. Help us out a little bit.
Sea monkeys is funny, man.
It's just awful.
I'm not racist, but that's a good one.
Wow.
Shit.
I love black people, but sea monkeys is funny.
All right, we got something from Bush. Listen to this.
Katrina exposed serious problems in our response capability at all levels of government. And to the extent that the federal government didn't fully do its job right, I take responsibility.
All right, he takes responsibility. All's good now. I love that about politicians and people. You just all you have to say is, I take responsibility, and it's okay.
Takes responsibility,
It's
and
okay
then
now.
and then goes forward and says how I took responsibility, but we got to move on now and find out what went right and what went wrong. That's the way to do it. No more finger pointing. I like how they just threw that FEMA guy under the bus. At Brown. Oh, my God. First they send him back up to D.C. They put one of the National Guard guys or some Navy guy in charge down there. And they send him back to D.C., and the press asked, what's the deal with Brown from FEMA? Why is he taken out of the site? And they went, well, we've moved him back up to D.C. so he can oversee the big picture. So he can, be up there and oversee the big picture. He did a great job. And then a couple of days later, his resignation is being tendered. Bye-bye.
See you later.
And people really resign. Like anyone has resigned because they want to leave. You're fired. That's the way you get fired in Washington. They give you a chance to slit your wrists in the bathtub with the wine and everything, and they'll take care of your family kind of thing.
A lot of jobs give you the chance to just resign, wink, wink.
Yeah, you have to resign. If Eddie Murphy catches you on videotape lying, you have to
resign.
Yeah, always resign.
We never got a chance to resign, did we?
No. We weren't really fired, though.
You guys were never fired. You were still on the thing, right?
Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Thank you.
We never really were
right.
fired. We just had to sit.
There was a fight in a school. Remember when all the refugees from the hurricane went over there to Houston, and the mayor and the governor of Texas and everybody said, all your children will be sent to school. Don't worry. We'll take care of their schooling. Well, they put them in the schools, and apparently now they're fighting. They're just fighting. These schools have to be, that's got to be a fun place to be. I'm just looking at the video from it, and it looks like very inner city school.
But why are they fighting?
Because, Opie, because.
that's the reason given?
If you put, you see, you can't put the tiger in the lion cage. Well, they'll fight with each other. It's just kind of a territorial thing.
Really, the tiger in the lion
All right,
cage?
look, I'm trying to make an analogy and keep my fucking job.
All right.
So that's what I'll say. But it is. I may have used a different analogy last night in my home in the privacy of my own house.
Like silverback gorilla? Was that one of the animals?
Oh, stop.
No, it wasn't
I
one.
didn't know.
Horrible man.
All right.
But they're fighting, and then when the police got there and the press arrived, how did the press get there so quickly?
I don't know.
Maybe
Maybe that's someone else's camera.
And the parents arrived. So now these women, who look exactly like the same women we saw coptered out of New Orleans, and for some reason they look the same in Houston too, the mothers. Big, fat asses in wife-beater T-shirts. It's like a uniform. And they started going after each other, the parents of the kids.
Well, the video's up on opieandanthony.com. Foundry, Foundry, music.com.
I don't know how much you can make of the audio, but it's just pandemonium.
But
and again, the cops have to deal with this.
I don't understand why they're fighting.
They're
One
fighting.
kid jumped another, and then the mother showed up, and then they're fighting. And
it just seems to be this underlying violence thing going on between the two cities.
God,
I guess the kids that went to school there aren't happy to be helping the kids that are coming in.
There were times growing up that my mom was upset, but she never showed up at the school and fought another mother.
Thank God. How embarrassing would that be?
Right.
When your mom shows up at school, it just means embarrassment.
Just means you can't take care of things.
Oh, they grab you by the hand. What did you do to my boy? Oh, you're the faggot. You're the faggot now until
Mom,
12th
go
grade.
Home, please.
Mom, leave. I'm fine.
Here's the audio. All right, let's play.
I heard
game.
something about a basketball.
I heard basketball.
But that could mean anything, really.
All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start over.
Like hearing the in a sentence.
When you hear a word that makes sense, please shout it out, okay? So we can maybe
Sounds
figure
good.
out what this fight's about, because that's all. I don't give a fuck.
What
I
are they
just want to know
fighting
why
about?
they're fighting. That's all.
Why the fighting?
Here we go again.
Basketball. I know.
He didn't.
I didn't say you.
I know you don't.
You're my Negro. I heard that, no?
Speak, Taylor, speak.
Look at them. Look how they act. I swear to God, I heard that in the background.
You'll find your destiny.
Oh, I got benefits.
It is your baby. Murray Dunn told me so.
Uh-oh. I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I heard it now.
Did you see a sign that said dead nigger storage? It's not about my coffee jewels.
And he go like this, I heard.
I heard he
Wow.
go like this.
He go like this.
Huh?
All right.
All right, that solved everything.
Sure did.
Now I understand.
The whole thing is summed up.
Oh, Jesus. What a mess.
Well, thank you for that non-story.
These are people that just can't get along. Why? They're refugees. They were brought to a certain place for help, and there's fighting going on.
It's hot. It's real hot.
Maybe it's the heat.
It's the heat. It's the heat, Anthony. Down there in Houston.
It's a dry heat.
It's the heat. The sun hits your skin.
Someone wants to know if,
excuse.
let's go to the phones. John?
Hello?
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I think one of them said, Boo got shot.
Yeah, where's Boo got shot?
Boo got shot.
You ever hear Boo got shot?
No, man.
You got to hear Boo got shot.
While we're looking for Boo got shot, I'll play this one.
Yeah, this is
one of my favorites.
I seen the cops knocking the truck window out, and I thought they was giving the man UPS. I thought the man was dead. That's the way it was.
UPS.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
UPS.
Cigars and Scotch is going to help us with the translation. Cigars and Scotch.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I hear one woman repeatedly screaming, "Spinning causes gravity. Spinning causes gravity."
Very good.
All right. Here we
Didn't
go.
one say the foot thing on my foot? I heard her.
I have a foot thing
Way in
on
the
my
background.
foot.
I have a foot thing on my foot.
Has that name been taken on Whackbag? Foot thing?
A foot thing.
Move on to yeah, the Opie and Anthony auction is going quite nicely. Go to opieandanthony.com for all the items that are up.
Can I tell you about this
Yeah.
robe thing here? That from the it's the Yankee robe there you're putting up on the auction?
Yankee cranky robe?
Yankee
No,
cranky?
it's a Yankee robe. It's got pinstripes on it.
It's got pinstripes. It's
Wonderful.
official. These are the actual robes that all the Yankees players are wearing in the clubhouse. They just got them Friday. They're all wearing them.
Jeter and A-Rod wear these?
Yeah, you can get them all in the clubhouse shops in Manhattan. Yankees clubhouse shops in Manhattans. They all have them now in Manhattan.
You're doing a commercial.
Well, for the guy who gave
I
it
would
to you.
do a
told
more
him I would.
dramatic read.
Yeah, why don't
All right, how about this? Do I have any music? Do you have any music?
We need some dramatic music.
Some dramatic music
The
to do
new-
the Wendy's read voice guy.
You want the Wendy's read?
I
or
want
do
the
you
Wendy's read.
Yeah.
The
All right.
real dramatic voice. Derek's working on music. He'll
Well,
be
we
there.
could do a little that movie with Jack and
Oh, The Shining?
The Shining there.
Shining music?
Yeah,
That might work.
Unless you have
Yeah.
something else that
That's
you're
ominous.
going to.
That'll be ominous enough. What? Oh, that's good too. Okay. Yeah, that's dramatic.
The hurricane was a tragic, tragic thing. But Opie and Anthony have put things on eBay to raise money for the hurricane relief. And one of those things is a sports robe. The Yankees...
Idiot. Idiot.
just got them in their locker rooms this past Friday.
Idiot.
They just came out in stores and are sold exclusively at Yankee Clubhouse shops in Manhattan. For more store locations, go to
Liar whore, and you know it.
www.sportsrobe.com. Again, that's www.sportrobe.com.
Shut your goddamn pie hole.
Thank you. And God bless.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Oh!
From Tonight Show, they're like, yeah, so they're going to be on like rapid fire, so, you know, try to get something in when you, so, you know, it's almost like a change-up. So I go there, and they immediately talk about the hurricane, and Bernie got like all serious and shit, and I got all this wacky, what's up with New Orleans stuff? I'm like, well, I guess that shit's out the window. Yeah, it is a tragedy. I'm going to make fun of the...
Yeah, nice buzzkill, Jesus.
Turn around and start goofing.
Yeah, my people bobbing up and down in the water. I wasn't going to go that far, but that's any joke at that point would have
Right,
said that
anything.
thing, so.
You can't do anything when a comedian gets serious right in front of you.
Start bringing up God and stuff. I was just like, oh, no.
You know, speaking of hurricanes, Hurricane Ophelia. Ooh, we're all scared.
Yeah.
It just got upgraded from a tropical storm
to a hurricane. How
hurricane. Is anyone looking at this like it's really that bad?
Well, hurricanes are this year's sharks.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fox News, yeah, we should do this. Hurricane Ophelia has hit land, I guess, or kind of hit land. Whoa. Wow, who's the fatty on TV?
Is this that fat show?
I know I look good. I look good.
Tickets available for this
Tickets are still available, and they're $50
Don't
at the door.
stop.
Come on down. See
Wow, that is a fullback.
Is that the Monique show?
No, it's just the news still.
Wow, look at the cottage cheese on that thigh.
Well, I guess it's Fashion Week here in New York City, and of course, I'm sure they're doing a big girl.
Look at her doing the
fashion show.
I'm going to win a beauty pageant wave.
Oh, let me hear her. She's got to say something stupid.
Well, I don't know.
Draw the line, Jody.
Okay.
Soretta Barrington from Harlem, New York. She's an inspiring actress, and she just graduated from
Inspiring
Manhattan College,
actress.
Marymount Manhattan College. And we welcome
Meaning she's a
everybody
waitress.
here. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Full-figure women are really
It's the-
making a landmark in the industry.
You're seeing
Yeah,
a lot
everywhere
more
they walk,
advertising
they
these
mark the
days
land.
of so-called real women. These are fuller-figured women.
Yes.
It's
Full-figured
I'm
beauty
sick of these
pageant.
fucking people who want to be in entertainment. They don't want to work out. Go to the gym like the rest of us, you assholes.
But today,
You
the
can't
average woman is
do
about
this.
154
Yeah, you can't be
pounds.
this fat.
And that
You're not going to be a lead.
is the lovely Miss Melissa Bartholomew. She's getting
They're
married.
brilliant,
September
though,
29th.
because they're a bunch of fatties, but they made them sound like they're hot by calling them full-figured
Yes, we have
women.
Gilda Jefferson from the Bronx. She's a caterer, can cook. And attends
Life
college in
expectancy of
New
38
Rochelle.
years.
Isn't this a variety of lovely
Catering or
full-figured
cook.
women?
Isn't this a variety of lovely, full-figured women?
If you have grandmother arms in your 20s, you should not be on television.
Only chubby chasers, only fatty chasers are attracted to these women. They make it sound like they're walking down the street, and if they're dressed nicely, and they look like any guy is going to look and go, that's hot. No, only guys that enjoy freakishly fat women are going to be attracted to these women. That's it.
Only guys want to fuck your obliques.
Tight. Nice.
That's what's into that.
Let's get into Hurricane Ophelia. It's wreaking something off the coast of North Carolina this morning.
Wreaking something. Maybe.
Well, after Hurricane Katrina,
Who really
stop.
cares?
Yeah,
Right.
Katrina redefined havoc.
But Hurricane Katrina got everyone's attention, so of course these news channels, any hurricane now is going to get a lot of exposure.
Yeah, they send their reporters, and they've been standing in the wind.
I think that they're one of the main reasons why we weren't prepared for Katrina.
The reporters?
Yeah, but the last 5 years, like, weather became like ratings, so anytime it's going to be like 6 inches of snow,
Yeah.
they make it seem like the apocalypse. And
Yeah, trying to prepare the
then it
people.
just dries up.
The-
Some people are like, yeah. I mean, how many
yeah,
times
I
they
heard
say
this before.
the eye of the storm is coming right at us? No, it isn't.
And then, it made a last-minute turn.
It's always a last-minute thing.
It makes
that
this
happens.
last-minute turn. It is barreling directly toward this city. It's right at the last minute. I don't know what happened there, but it made a little turn, and thank goodness for that, because these people are...
This one was a tricky one. We all got fooled on this.
Yeah, that's another thing they do. I was watching the radar the whole time, and last minute, what do I know?
You got like 6 weeks worth of beef jerky in your freezer. Now what am I going to do?
But they send their reporters down there to stand in the wind and make it sound horrific. But after Katrina,
we got some of that audio. Listen to this lady in the middle of the wind.
Patty, and thank you. Watching these live pictures now off the coast of Wrightsville Beach in North Carolina, the conditions there are deteriorating today.
I love saying that.
And especially so over the past 3 hours. Jamie Colby is on the scene there for us. She filed this report a few moments ago about conditions that she is hearing and seeing and feeling there in Wrightsville.
I'm honestly not sure how much longer we're going to be able to come down here.
Yeah, sure. Just not sure how long she could last there. Okay, right.
She sounds...
It sounded really dramatic.
Sounds
I
in
can't
trouble.
Believe you cut it off.
I know.
All right, hold on.
Riveting.
I'll go back slightly
She
here.
sounds in trouble.
She sounds in trouble.
How much longer we're going to be able to come down here this close to the shore as Hurricane Ophelia makes her way to the Carolina coast, and it is stretching along the entire coast of North and South Carolina. Everybody being warned to stay inside and stay off the roads. We've already had 10 inches of rain. We may get a foot or more just today as Ophelia makes her way. She's expected to cause effects here of heavy rain and flooding for some 24 hours. Forgive the glasses, guys, but I gotta tell you, it's bad enough to eat sand. It really hurts when it hits your eyes, and it's also...
Oh, boy, is she informing everybody.
I realize that.
Forgive the glasses, guys.
I was going to go downstairs, try to find some sand, and throw it into my eyeballs, but after hearing that report, I'm going to think about that
Thank
for a
God.
little
I thought
while.
it only hurt when it hit your skin.
Right, but your
eyes
eyeballs
were immune to that. So I've had shit bounce off my eyes my whole life. And
Yeah.
I guess when it's really small like that, granular,
could hurt more.
That's when it gets in there.
Yeah.
guys, but I gotta tell you, it's bad enough to eat sand. It really hurts when it hits your eyes, and it's also hitting me and blowing me all over the place. As the winds picked up, we have felt 70-mile-per-hour winds. We're expecting to get as much as 80 in the next hour as the eye of Hurricane Ophelia makes her way heavy rains. We've had even hail. As the winds continue to pick up, there's been flying debris, some bridge closings, and lots of electricity out, including in our hotel. That temporarily restored, which is a good thing because getting stuck in the elevator once a day is more than enough.
We had a blackout for a couple of minutes.
Here. Back to you guys.
I think she's going to get an award.
Yeah.
I'm getting a story.
This is me. I'm getting this award. The power went out in our hotel temporarily. Good thing.
Yeah, wow, she got caught in an elevator. That's just like being caught in an attic.
Wow, that's bodies.
Wondering if the water's ever gonna, stop rising.
Right.
Same thing.
Bodies floating down the street and looting and, yeah, sure. Same thing.
And you hear all the exaggerating? It's like 6 inches could get up to another foot.
Right.
That's a big gray area.
Just today,
It really
it
is.
could.
It could.
Probably won't.
But it could. Buildings could tip over.
Chuck from Ohio makes a good point. Chuck?
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
It's Chuck from Ohio here.
Yep.
They name these hurricanes in alphabetical order, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
The last one was Katrina. Now we're on Ophelia. What the hell happened to L, M, and N?
Yeah, what happened to L, M, and N?
Did they not rate up there? Or?
They didn't rate.
They just
Well,
were,
how about that?
They were just hurricanes
Thanks, guys.
in the middle of the
Punch it
ocean that did nothing.
Right. There was Hurricane Nate, was N, right?
Yeah.
Nate.
I thought they were.
I called it
winds.
Hurricane Fan, though. That's what I called it. What was the other one? What was L?
I don't even know. We could go to the official hurricane website.
Not that important.
Mike in New York, what's up? Mikey!
Hey.
What's
Hey.
up?
Opie.
Hey.
It's amazing they can't make a hurricane sound bad enough to scare people these days because every marginal storm merits this kind of news coverage, you know?
Exactly.
To scare people out of New Orleans for Katrina, they'd have to been like, holy shit! You know what I mean? What are they going to have to do these days to get people to evacuate their homes?
Who was saying this? Was it Bill? Like before
What's
the
that?
show about Ophelia is kind of like the opening band or the band.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the opening band going on after the Stones or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, after the headliner. The headline's already gone up and killed. That was Katrina.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? We got one more storm for you. Come on, you guys.
Right.
Come on, stick around. We got to
Keep it going.
Stick around.
Next
yeah.
storm comes through.
Yeah, it's
You're trying to
ridiculous.
sell. Yeah, you're trying to sell another band on the stage after the Rolling Stones.
Come on, guys. Give her a chance.
Come on, give Great White a chance. Come on.
All right, boys.
All right, very nice. Seth, what's up?
Hey, guys. Love you guys. Burr, you're awesome. Hey, you guys are mistaken. It's not Hurricane Katrina. It's Hurricane Karina.
Yeah, did you hear the president's wife?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh,
On
my
your
God.
show. That's where I go for all my news.
Well, Bill was too busy being a huge star in L.A. He missed the show yesterday, so we're going to have to play that clip for him. We have, Laura Bush mispronouncing Hurricane Katrina. We're trying to find that clip. Before that, we have another very short clip on Hurricane Ophelia.
How do you fuck that up?
I don't know.
I can say not knowing, like, the latest, hit band or whatever in your 50s, but I mean...
That was on the news every minute of the day for days and days and days.
That stuff used to just piss me off when I would see it happen, and now I just laugh.
The worst
Now you just
hurricane to hit the country. It was all over the place, and she couldn't figure it
You know
out.
what's funny? I saw a picture of, Bush getting debriefed and all that. Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Yeah.
I saw the vice president, Dick Cheney. He doesn't look like he gives a shit about anything.
Any people.
Yeah, he's just sitting there like, oh, God,
He's like the grumpy old bastard, just wants out of office. Just leave me alone.
No, I think he's the evil genius.
You think he enjoys his job? Yeah?
Oh, he just, that guy is frightening.
Just looks miserable all the time.
He's doing someone a favor by sitting in that seat. He's getting something for that in the end. Well, here's the president's wife. Listen to this, Bill.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who is affected by Hurricane Karina to make sure their children...
That would be nobody. Twice. Nobody was affected by Hurricane Karina.
She said it twice.
Maybe this is bad. It's like one of the victims' names. That sounds like a black girl's name.
Karina.
Sorry.
All right.
Hurricane Karina.
And then we got Drew from North Carolina sent this in about Hurricane Ophelia. I guess, the local news down there.
Hurricane Ophelia arrives in North Carolina acting more like a slowy cane because she's going to be around a while.
A slowy cane?
He did not say a slowy cane. What the fuck does that mean?
He even knew that joke sucked. If you listen to him, he's trying to blow through it like, I don't think this is funny. Just say it. It's going to work. He's just trying to run to the next thing.
Slowy cane. All right, knock it off.
They should have had a guy with that trumpet right out there in the rain, blowing that in his ear.
I got to hear that again.
Hurricane Ophelia arrives in North Carolina acting more like a slowy cane because she's going to be around a while.
Hey now!
Hey, get this, people. Slowy cane.
Ooh. You need that banjo strumming.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense as far as a play on words.
Well, no, it just hit me.
Huh.
Hurricane.
Hurry to run.
Slowy.
All right.
Hurry. I just got it when he said it. For some reason, it clicked. When I heard it earlier, I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
You know what would be better if it really didn't, just completely made no sense, that you just fucking scream it. With just such energy that people buy it. Hurricane, more like a meatloaf cane. He's got this fucking wacky vibe, and people say, oh, these kids today, they're crazy. I don't even know what they're talking about.
You're a meatloaf cane. That's great. Don't know what he meant.
All right, well, it's a slowy cane.
That guy sounded like he was having more fun than I've had in weeks.
He was the energy he put into that. He was waiting hours to say that.
Sport coat just blowing in the wind.
Look, I got a great line.
It's his big
Slowy
day.
cane.
It's his big day.
Hurricane Ophelia arrives in North Carolina acting more like a slowy cane because she's going to be around a while.
Do you think he went more like and kind of looked at the camera?
I think
Slowy
think he leaned forward.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
put on your funny hats, people, because here it comes.
Here comes the funny.
Oh, that's like, you ever see Andy Kindler do that? Like mocking bad comedy, he like leans forward when he does the punchline.
Yeah.
Slowy cane.
Slowy canes.
Jesus, what is the fucking benchmark for comedy in the weather room?
I don't know. Oh, we found the Celine Dion clip for Bill Burr. This is one of the funniest things we've heard in a while.
Yeah, if you missed this the other day, it's Celine losing her mind on Larry King. Here's another person, she don't speaky too good English. She's on her high horse, a lot of money. I don't think she really knows a lot about reality.
This is Celine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she's commenting on the hurricane and the poor people, and
listen to that.
As Larry King just sits there and says nothing.
Yeah, listen to what she had to say.
Some people are stealing and they're making a big deal out of it. Oh, they're stealing 20 pair of jeans, or they're stealing television sets. Who cares? They're not going to go too far with it. Maybe those people are so poor. Some of the people who do that, they're so poor, they've never touched anything in their lives. Let them touch those things for once.
Exactly.
She's
trying to... it all from Bill Burr.
What is she? She's trying to book a dramatic role or something? She's like trying to cry?
Yeah, she's trying to win an Emmy on a talk show.
She wants poor people to touch things that they'll never touch in their lives.
That they'll never touch. See,
before the hurricane, they could have walked into Best Buy and touched the television.
Touched it.
I think you can touch it.
Right, you can touch it. You can't buy it. But...
To touch it.
Just to touch these things, Larry. And, no, they're not touching.
I think there's so many celebrities, like, down there, like, touching those people and doing all that type of shit. At this point, you need to cry.
Yeah.
To get any sort of face time.
To make it seem like you really care, and to get your face put on the news. You gotta break into tears.
Yeah, who were you talking about before the show?
Oh, Sean Penn.
Sean Penn and
John Travolta.
John Travolta, right?
Just standing there with his hand on somebody's shoulder as they're telling the horror that they've been through, and meanwhile there's like 50 paparazzi like taking his picture, and they're like, over here, John, 2 more over here. You look concerned in this direction. Okay, that's a wrap. People were out, and the guy's like right in the middle of his story. And then my grandmother was sliding down the stairs. All right, we got to wrap this, people.
Look, I got to go. Ditches him. Bush did the same thing when he toured the area. all they had was pictures of him hugging and kissing black women.
Oh, and then he's dressed like he's actually going to start cleaning up.
Yeah, he's in his coveralls or something. Let me help out over here. I think we can all pitch in.
He's got clothes for every occasion. You're so right.
Yeah, show up with the wardrobe van.
Yeah.
Those big rubber boots.
I need some cleanup clothes.
Sleeves are rolled up.
Yeah.
He's completely dry with a full stomach.
Just loading up some lumber in the back of the limo, the presidential limo in the trunk. Pop the trunk. I think we need to clear some of this stuff out.
That's like when they're on the ranch. Everyone has to dress like they're on Bonanza. Everyone's got like cowboy vest on and shit. You know they're standing like, this is so fucking gay.
It really is time to get rid of the cowboy hat. It's not doing anyone any good.
Like going out there chopping wood, just
right,
feeling the land.
Here's this guy again. He bitched at us about the Laura Bush thing when we played it the other day. Sean from Old Bridge. It's great for you guys to make fun of Laura Bush because you both got perfect diction and have never had problems pronouncing words. Good thing the hurricane wasn't put or hurricane finger. It's not a mispronunciation of the word because
it's a wrong name.
Yeah, because you mispronounced the word.
Name.
She has no clue what the name of the most devastating hurricane to hit the country was. You idiot!
Fucking moron! It's not a lisp or a stutter.
Right. It's not a word you've been mispronouncing for years of your life, and
Can't
other people then tell
R's.
you.
Yeah, it's a whole different name.
Yeah, it's a name. It's not
stumbles.
important enough for her to remember the hurricane's name.
She even stumbles because she's like, "Oh my God, I don't know the name of the hurricane."
Right. You think she can't say Katrina?
Sean M. from Old Bridge, New Jersey. Yeah.
Why, I oughta.
I just see that Bush thing again. Well, listen again and make sure we're accurate about this.
You know something?
Is she mispronouncing Katrina or is she saying a whole different name?
I'm banning Sean.
Don't ban him.
I'm banning him from instant feedback. One click.
No, don't ban him, Anthony. He's just,
what?
No, don't. He's just a stupid listener. Don't do it to him.
All right,
it's all
one more chance.
It's all he's got.
One more
It's all he's got. Just let him be.
All right.
All right, listen. We'll listen again and see if he's right or if we're right. Is she just mispronouncing Katrina or is it a whole different name? You be the judge.
Because of Hurricane Karina are starting to school this week. And I also want to encourage anybody who is affected by Hurricane Karina to make sure their children...
Yeah, see, that stutter is her trying to remember the name of the fucking hurricane.
Exactly.
What's the name of that devastating killer hurricane?
Yeah, what was the name of that?
Karina, something like that. Jackass.
Got to play this clip for Bill, too, before we move on. Celine Dion on Larry King.
It is, you know, when I was hearing a couple of days ago that these things are not reachable, it's too full of water, maybe I'm too much like I'm not thinking with my head. I'm talking with my heart. Nobody can open any roofs. The helicopters flying in. Take 2 people at a time. Take a kayak. Go into those walls. There's kids being raped at night. We hear gunshots. Big guns. What's that? Those people are praying. They're walking. They're like this. Hello? Do you see us? We're still alive. But we're dying.
Celine,
it's terrible. I do not want to talk to you about money.
I hate when these celebrities have to turn into experts about stuff they don't know anything about.
Take a kayak and ram into the wall?
Take a kayak through those walls! Take a kayak, put on some swimmies, and just punch the walls in.
Put some flippers and swim up these stairs.
Get a snorkel and just do something. Karate chop the wall. There are people raped and the big guns.
People are yelling. What is that?
What is that? They're saying I'm alive.
She sounds like someone having a nervous breakdown while doing like bad stand-up. What is the deal with that? Is any of this funny?
Why did they give you the peanuts on the airplane? What's with those peanuts?
How do you open the bag? You need to ram your finger in it?
Why could the professor make radio out of coconut but can't fix hole in boat? Those people were starving on island. Poor Gilligan would screw up rescue. Just get a kayak. Have the skipper punch through the wall.
Why don't they use the headhunters' boats? They seem to be able to get from island to island. What is going on? Just ram the island with the headhunters' boats and push it back to shore. Come on.
Why would the Howells have so much money on a 3-hour tour? That money could be given to the starving people. Why?
Why did I marry someone 42 years older than me with a shriveled up old cock that I have to suck like I enjoy it? He rams it in my face. Why?
They're all survivors.
Oh, she's useless.
Oh.
You think she was punching her chest?
Yeah, when she'd sing. She would probably do that chest punch thing all passionate.
Oh, man.
Oh, hold on, Jack.
All right. One more clip from Celine. We couldn't get enough of this the other day, and Bill hasn't heard this, so
I love it.
We got to play one more clip.
We've been doing the show now for 2.5 hours. We've been asking a lot of people how they can help, how you can help. A lot of people all over the world want to help. You gave $1 million. You're going to help a lot of people live and survive. You should take great pride in that. One, that you've attained the ability to be able to do that, to be able to give $1 million. You should take pride in that.
I understand it's very important because eventually we will need that money. But it's just very frustrating that Franco and Conscious West and me, $1 million. If this is one thing, in 3 months, in 6 months, they will need that money. Right now, they're praying for water. So we need to send them the water. They don't
This
care
should be
about
her
my
show
check.
in Vegas.
Go.
She doesn't.
It's just frustrating
Yeah,
because
but
on our part of the world, we're trying our best and we're expecting those people.
Your check
I'm
will turn
sorry.
into something.
Larry's like, God damn, why do I have to deal with this?
Oh, she's just fucking grandstanding.
Your check will turn into something.
What do you think of Sean Penn going down there with his boat?
I mean, yeah, if you got a boat, go down there and rescue people. I thought that was cool, but I just think it's weird. All the boats that are down there, somehow there's paparazzi all around your boat. It's
No, he brought his own photographer. That came out.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, that came out. He brought his own photographer down there.
Shameless.
And then his boat, he forgot to put the plug in it or whatever, so he had to try to get the water out of it.
So I had to picture him bailing out his boat with a little red beer cup.
Yeah, so he's frantically, exactly, left over from Mardi Gras.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
You know what I love though? He's like such like the Meisner actor that he actually took the time to grow the white trash mustache.
Right.
Because he totally looks the part. Like he had like a shotgun walking up the street.
He's wearing like a vest.
Very dramatic.
Gonna clean up this town.
Well, he was doing his part.
Marshall.
I mean, the guy, he did save some people, but aren't you supposed to, the heathens pray in public? Isn't that how it goes in the good book?
In the good book.
In the good book.
What a tool.
Well, we're all talking about hurricanes
Get
lately.
over that.
And
break down the walls.
We got to get Martini Steve back in here because he interviewed our own Master Poe.
Oh, right. This is hurricane related, isn't it?
Yes.
I guess Master Poe was watching some of the coverage and saw that this evacuation was a disaster, and a lot of people died. And being in charge of people's lives here at the studio, our lives are in Poe's hands at some points. Do you know that?
Yeah, I do.
And if, God forbid, a disaster like Karina swept across Manhattan.
Free the cricket from whackbag.com. Poe equals literal idiot.
Jesus.
Very brave through the internet. So Martini Steve is in the studio, and you interviewed Master Poe.
Well, yeah, we were talking about the potential for a hurricane to actually hit Manhattan, and I wanted to know, what the evacuation plan would be if, God forbid, a hurricane hit while we were all in the building.
So we're up here, quite a few feet off street level.
Right.
Also, by the way, we are on the highest point in Manhattan. This is, right where we are.
Right.
It's downhill anywhere you go. It's like east side, west side, you're going downhill.
Right.
I don't think we'd get the type of flooding here that we saw in New Orleans, which is below sea level.
Well, you have to be prepared, and I just really wanted to hear what
Why
the
is
plan
Master
might
Poe
be.
giving you a look right now?
I don't know.
What's wrong, Master Poe?
Well, because we were having a discussion, and he was just asking me his advice because he said his wife was nervous.
Didn't know that he was being recorded.
You were recording me.
I certainly was.
Oh, yeah, this was, Master Poe had no idea we were going to...
It's a scandal.
He didn't have an idea that we were taping this for the radio.
Take a look at what I'm wearing, people. Do you think anybody wants a roundhouse kick to the face while I'm wearing these bad boys?
Who was it, Linda Tripp?
So it's not exactly the easiest interview to conduct, considering the fact that I know full well that this place is well above sea level, and I'm not an idiot. We're 5 floors up.
Yeah.
Well,
but wait a second.
Takes everything seriously.
Right, and you said that you wanted to leave. I mean, you're talking evacuation.
Now, how would we evacuate? I think the safest place would be just to stay put here.
Right.
We'd probably stay on the air and just have a little fun.
That's right.
If there was a hurricane and we couldn't leave, I think...
Well, what happens if the power goes out and there's a hurricane?
Right now the power goes out.
Right.
Auxiliary power kicks on. We're back on the air.
Do we have auxiliary power?
Of course we do. Everyone does in New York. Have you ever been in a completely blacked out building?
I certainly have. I was stuck at
where?
At NEW, the last blackout, and there's no auxiliary power there. So that sucks.
Were you stuck in the elevator?
No, fortunately.
Stuck in the staircase?
So you could just walk down.
When we did. We did, but you're walking down. How many flights down was that? 9?
You have to follow Earl's eyes.
Whole 9 stories to get to freedom.
Oh no, I'm not. But he asked. But there's no generators.
Light the way.
All right. Well, so Steve interviewed Master Poe, and we got some audio. Master Poe had no idea we were interviewing him.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's apparently a. I guess there's actually...
Steve, you're the biggest pussy.
What?
I can hear that you're nervous.
No, I'm trying not to crack up.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah. I'm not afraid of what Poe's going to do if he happens to get angry and, knock my head off.
You kind of have a nervousness to your voice, like, oh, God, I hope I don't piss him off.
No. It's, oh, God, I hope I don't crack up.
All right.
There's apparently a... I guess there's that...
Because he's, like, slamming things around, like,
he can
I
never
hope this goes okay.
He can never infiltrate the mob.
Right.
They'd find the wire in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a little nervous.
From his voice, you can tell something's up already. Right. He's like,
I am trying to desperately
pouring off his forehead.
Desperately trying to maintain my composure while asking questions without bursting into fucking laughter.
You're right, Steve. No, I'm not wearing a wire.
Just loses it immediately.
I'm just a little wired. I mean,
right. Listen how natural Steve comes across.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's
sounds like
apparently
Sounds like it's written like bad acting. Like they're reading a script. Apparently, I'm supposed to. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Apparently, I'm supposed to get with you about an evacuation plan.
I'm sorry?
What? No, I mean, there's apparently a. I guess there's actually now concern of this hurricane.
Oh, fuck, you're kidding me. What are they saying? When is it hitting?
If in the event that it hits this area, what is the, I guess what would your recommendation?
Holy shit! That's not a guy that thinks he's gonna crack. That's not a guy that's gonna crack up at any moment.
Trying to think how to phrase it.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to think how to phrase it because I walked into this cold.
I'm not buying it.
What, you think I'm afraid? You honestly think I'm frightened?
I think you're frightened.
I'm sorry.
Bill?
Inaccurate.
Frightened or is...
I don't know. It sounds like bad soap opera acting.
I think, that's what I think it is. Yeah. It's just bad acting.
Yeah,
and
horrible
the fact
acting.
that maybe he's a little shook up that this is being recorded.
Right.
Yeah.
And he knows that his side is going to be on this also.
Yeah.
So he's got to
maybe
perform
he'll be
well.
the one getting made fun of.
I would agree with Anthony on that one. I would totally fess up to bad acting and totally fess up to knowing it was being recorded.
Well, Poe, you've come back. Rachel. A string of Peloponnese.
It's awful acting.
It's really bad.
I guess what would your recommendation be for an evacuation plan to get everybody out of here?
Okay. First, we have to find out when is it going to hit.
I would assume.
And 6 hours before it hits, we're out of here.
Not 1 hour before it hits. 6 hours before it hits.
Now, okay. Why 6 hours? What would that time frame allow?
Well, I was involved with Hurricane Floyd, and I stayed.
Kicked his ass, right?
Yeah. We stayed.
Drop kick right to the eye.
Yeah.
Take care of that problem.
No, we stayed in the house and we tried to fight this hurricane, and that was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best thing for you to do is to get rid of your or take your clothing, your
Well,
electronics.
we'll listen to the tape. I just want to know why the 6 hours.
That's all.
Because 6 hours
give you time.
also sounds kind of dangerous. Like, then you're out of the building on a crowded evacuating road as the storm hits.
All right, let's.
I don't know.
Let's listen.
Who am I to say? Well, he's sitting next to me.
Because if anybody has ever experienced being in a hurricane, it's one of the worst things ever. Now, you guys were up on top of this building, and you know, if we stay here, most likely nothing's going to happen. However, depending on where we live, we may have to do some preparations in our homes.
Okay.
Make some preparations. I know I will definitely have to make some preparations.
All right, so far so good.
Fairly normal.
We'll move on here.
If by chance that we are hit by a hurricane, let's say now, and the best thing for us to do is to stay here.
Stay here?
Well, it's too late. The hurricane hit us. If it's that bad...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because you know what's going to happen is you're getting... Okay, you won't be able to get a taxi. You won't be able to get a train. And it'll be difficult for you to get out of New York City. Anthony will not... It's going to take him 4.5 hours to get home. So that's why we have to stay watch of this hurricane. If by chance the hurricane is going to hit us, then we have to be ahead of it. If the hurricane is going to hit us at 2 o'clock, then we have to get out of here 3-4 hours, preferably, ahead of time.
How much time for a slowy cane, though? Because I would assume you got more time.
No, that was wrong. That was wrong. If the hurricane's going to hit, just stay home.
Stay home.
Stay home.
We'd have enough
So
advance
have
notice.
you done any research on this shit, or he just came in and asked the question and you just went with it?
No, I was hit by a hurricane. I was hit by a hurricane very bad. I lost my home in '99.
We got a comedian coming up this weekend.
And now the funny. But when Steve asked you, it's pretty much cold. You didn't know that you were going into this meeting to discuss evacuation.
No, he said his wife was concerned.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue listening here.
Yeah, hurricane liver cirrhosis, maybe she'd be concerned with.
Like, say it's 7 o'clock in the morning and we get, a heads up. Guys, get out of Dodge. Go now. What do we do? How do we get open at home? How do we get...
What we should have outside... Okay, Anthony is going to be driving home himself?
I would assume. I don't know.
Opie is probably going to need to be driven home. He's not going to take a taxi or
rollerblade.
I mean, if the hurricane is that bad, then we would take him home.
Oh, look at that. You got taken home.
I'll just let the hurricane blow me home. Don't have to use my legs when I'm rollerblading.
You could put on your blades and the breeze would whisk you home.
Whisk me home. Really nice and fast.
I guess the question is, God forbid if we're all stuck here
Okay.
Let's say we're all stuck in this.
What we should do is have provisions. We should have our flashlights. We should have our food. We should definitely have our water. And we should have extra amount of that. Now, honestly, if the hurricane is that bad, we can see it on television. We can say, okay, well, guess what, guys?
We shouldn't be here.
It's going to hit New York City this date. Do not be here, because this is going to be a deadlock. You won't be able to get in and out of the city. 9/11, same thing. You couldn't get in and out of the city.
Right.
And the problem is that, okay, you have a hurricane, so now you have wind. Is it a tropical storm? The water's coming down so hard. You're driving, and then you're stopped because the rain is coming down so hard, people can't even see in front of them. That's how bad it gets.
Painting quite the picture.
Someone had a really good instant feedback about basically something about Steve asking Master Boner to talk louder into his lapel. I I don't know the exact wording of it, but Jesus Christ. Just the worst fucking guy.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Excuse me, can you talk louder? Yeah, posthorrors.net. Clark, Master Poe, could you say that a little louder and say that my lapel? That's a great line, bro.
Poe's got a very dramatic delivery, though. He's very
He
intense.
painted this horrific picture.
Yeah.
It's like that Day After Tomorrow movie.
Yeah,
the image
exactly.
he's painting.
All right, let's continue.
So you're talking about barricading everybody in this place for a period of maybe several days.
Oh my God, what kind of hurricane are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know.
If you're talking about a severe, drastic hurricane that's coming in, first of all, why be here?
Right.
You know why? Because the only reason why we're here is to do a show. Well, guess what? We won't have any electricity.
Oh.
Great answer, Steve.
I can hear myself scrolling through the phone as I'm answering that.
We won't have any electricity.
Oh.
Good one.
Yeah, you're really good at how you keep leading Poe to like other areas.
I'm terrible.
Where the comedy can keep
I
coming.
am terrible. But you know what? You have to understand that I'm the only person in the building at that point who's not going to lose his mind laughing. The option was me or Ben. That was the choice. When you throw those two in the mix, I think I was immediately elected.
All right, more.
Good point.
Imagine no electricity, no computer ability, no access at all. Do you know what's going to happen here? Chaos. Either Opie and Anthony is going to make us all laugh, and Jimmy's not going to be here, but Opie and Anthony is going to make us laugh, or they're going to go crazy, and they're going to drive us crazy.
Maybe we can count on them to be entertaining, but who knows?
Good one, Steve.
You're welcome.
You get that one from Eric Logan. Jeez. All right, a couple more clips here.
We've already talked about how to get open and home, blah, 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 blah. What about you got interns that are coming from Staten Island, Jersey?
How would they get home?
We're talking about 4 kids who are going to have...
Staten Island will be covered with water, gentlemen. A tidal wave will wash over them, destroying the island. I love the drama in Poe's voice.
Very, very melodramatic delivery.
Staten Island, write it off, kids. It's gone.
4 kids who are going to have frightened parents at home.
And I'm assuming we're responsible for them.
Of course.
Okay, so if we're responsible for them, then either A, they stay here with grown-up adults that can handle the situation, or...
Where are they?
As opposed to those childlike
they
adults.
get taken home.
But if we're worried about taking them home, and Anthony's going to be spending 6 hours getting to Long Island.
Well, like I said, if it's going to be that bad, Anthony shouldn't come in.
Right.
If it gets that bad, then no one should be coming in.
Give me the day off.
Hey, we got some great instant feedback coming in. Rich from Allentown. If the hurricane floods, Anthony is screwed. He will not have any shoes from his shoelaces being wet.
Yeah.
Chris from Dallas, Texas. Being trapped in an office with Steve the Bear and no food. Make sure you keep the cameras rolling, kids. And Jimmy from whackbag.com. Steve would hover above the water in his hybrid.
Certainly would.
All right, one more clip here. Steve and Master Poe talking about an evacuation plan. Or maybe not.
Nope. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. All right, here we go.
All right, say you've got these kids. Let's say, God forbid, this fucking hurricane, we're all dumb enough to come in.
He's getting tough on him now.
Yeah. Where do we take... Do you have the ability to house any of these kids? Would you feel comfortable enough taking any of these kids home?
My place is big. If
Is it fixed up enough?
Yeah, there's plenty of room. They'll just sleep with the dogs.
With the dogs?
No, I'm kidding.
Jesus Christ, Poe. Cruel fuck.
No.
And then, I mean, shit.
There's plenty of room.
Providing you could get out, could you take kids home?
I don't know why you're smiling, because let me tell you, this was a horror for me, man.
I'm tired. I hate having these fucking conversations because I really do. I fucking hate it.
This is what you call a nightmare. All right? And you're smiling, and I don't know why you're smiling. This was a nightmare.
All right.
He's shot in the head
This
in a
destroys
second.
houses, this destroys homes, this destroys family.
You know what's making this bit better? The listeners. Brian from posthorrors.net. Oh, yeah, you guys are just going to be sitting there telling jokes to everyone. Who are you kidding? Ope's going to be killing people for sport, and Anthony will be in the corner washing his hands for hours on end. It goes on and on.
And while this is going on, I have Ben and Wicklin in the other office and Don in the other room phoning in questions.
Oh, really?
So I'm picking up the phone thinking it's somebody else, and I'm playing it off, but it's Don and Ben in the other room phoning in questions.
All right, well, there you have it. Master Poe's evacuation plan.
TV. So he had a few bucks.
A lot of nice things to touch.
Some nice things.
Just let them touch it. Let them just touch the kayak.
Shut up.
Slamming into the wall trying to figure out how to go through a wall.
Kayak.
How many times would you have to slam a kayak into a wall before it would give?
You need some sort of motor.
Yeah, you need a motorized kayak, and then at that point I don't think it's a kayak
Maybe
anymore.
like 4 Samoans.
Do you back up the kayak like 20 feet and then paddle real fast? Here it goes!
Dunk.
Oh, man! And then you back up again.
You got to paddle harder. Paddle your kayak.
Moron.
Do you jump forward in the kayak just at the last second to give it that last oomph? Does that help at all? Who knows? What a dummy.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anthony.
That's all right.
Lil Kim.
I thought she was supposed to go to jail.
Yeah. All the disasters are over, I guess. Everything's fine in New Orleans again, I guess?
Yeah, pretty much.
All the water's pumped out. Everybody's back home.
Everyone's
the
back to
economy's
work.
Great.
Back to school.
Because the cover of the papers, I see nothing about it. I see Yankees back on there. Oh, wait, Newsday. Okay, Newsday has it.
City will rise again.
Yes. The great Phoenix that is New Orleans. Phoenix?
You know, I ripped out a couple great stories, and I forgot to bring them in here. Oops. Travis, if you will. Thank you, sir.
New Orleans is one of the scariest cities I've ever been to.
That's what we said.
Absolutely.
We went to 2 Mardi Gras, and I would walk around in the morning, get coffee and stuff, you know, before it got wild, and I was scared.
Did you feel like when you were on Bourbon Street at night that, okay, this is cool as long as I stay on this street, but if I literally go 10 feet to the left or to the right, someone's going to have like a chicken foot up to my neck with a fucking voodoo doll? That's the only place I've ever seen. I mean, even living here in New York, just saw a dude expose himself.
Yeah.
We were standing underneath one of those show your tits balconies.
Yeah.
Another great thing about New Orleans that was almost washed away in the tragedy. And I looked over, and there was literally a guy who had like his shirt tails like pulled out of his pants, but I was to the side, and he was fat, so kind of pushed out, and he had his whole unit, his dick and balls, were just out.
Hanging out.
And I looked, I was horrified. It took me like half a second before I could stand. He's got his dick out. And the dude literally, calm as can be, like a totally professional pervert, just kind of slipped back into the crowd. And you're like, and then, was it Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, yeah.
Going home, and he kind of like goes into the living room. That's exactly what he did. He just disappeared. Not even putting his dick back in his pants, he just slipped back into the crowd.
That city is frightening, man.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Unless you stay, even when you do stay on Bourbon Street, it's frightening. But then you go into the little outskirt areas where, you know, Ben was with us, and he's like, "No, dude, I know this nice restaurant over here." And we start walking, and you notice the crowd's thinning a little bit, and now you're seeing some of the locals, the people that aren't, you know, from out of town, looking around like, oh, this isn't good.
You're leaving the herd.
Yeah, leaving the herd.
That's what you're doing. You're grazing to the side.
And the side streets are trying to keep Mardi Gras going, but it's a whole different thing.
The zebra in the middle of the herd is never the one that gets the teeth sunk into his neck.
Oh, exactly.
It's always the ones that are on the outskirts, the one that doesn't leave with the herd because he wants to drink a little more water at the watering hole.
The ones that consider themselves free spirits.
Right.
You got to check other things out. Well, great.
Yeah, there's a flyer laying on the jungle floor. Hey, after party.
After party. Yeah, we just saw a gang of black kids just beating the shit out of white people as they walked by.
Yeah.
That was it. White people would walk by. Black people would walk by them, and they wouldn't even look at them. And then
I think that's
a white
part of their
guy
town
and girl.
logo.
Yeah, it is. It is. Them just grabbing by the throat and punch in the face of a white person. And white people would walk by, a guy and a girl, and the guy would be punched, and the girl would just be molested, groped right there. And they would finally get pulled out of the crowd, and they'd be laughing their asses off. We're watching from a balcony across the street, watching the entire thing. It was like watching Wild Kingdom or something.
That one year of the Puerto Rican Day Parade was our tribute to New Orleans.
Yeah, great job.
Should have got sued.
And then the cops came over and busted him up and dragged a couple of them away. And that was cool. And then we spoke up. Then we're like, yeah motherfucker! You're busted!
They're throwing them in cars.
Beforehand, we're just
Whitey showing how brave we are.
Here comes another white couple. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, no. Just kind of commenting on it, but doing nothing. Because we're pussies.
So I guess it's all cleaned up down there because the papers are moving on to bigger and better things. Like Renee Zellweger. Her marriage is over after 5 months. Big surprise there, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that true?
Renee this was after a lot of people lost their shit. Protesting, They all wanted their money.
Well, we saw it on the news, and every story sounded like, I had plans for that money already.
I already spent it.
I spent it. The Daily News, they can't take people's dreams and step all over.
Like they were entitled. And it was, I'm sorry, I don't know why. It was all black people that were protesting. Reverend Al came out for them. Against the Daily News.
Celine Dion.
Screaming.
Why? Buy these people, at least buy them a kayak. Let them touch the paper. Let them touch the money. They could break through the wall. Get the money from the Daily News.
Awful woman.
There are people waiting for buses that aren't there. Why are they waiting for these buses?
But I will,
You go to the concert with 3 friends, you leave with 2.
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it, Larry. It's awful. This poor man was standing there, and no one would pick him up. The bus was full. He had to write thanks a lot, bro.
we got E-Rock's Mind checking in.
Is this true?
What?
That some of the FEMA debit cards that they handed out are now found they were being used at a strip club.
Nice.
A gentleman's club.
Bravo.
That's fantastic.
Because you're giving these things out to people that don't have much responsibility to begin with. You think
right.
All of a sudden they're going to change their lives and go, hey, let's put this money to good use.
That's great.
They're really saying that, though? They're coming.
Yeah.
You could stand on the side of the road, I swear to God, with some sort of bin and some sort of, like, official-looking thing and just say New Orleans Relief, and idiots will come up and put cash in it.
Yeah, you'll make some money.
Sure.
I'm sure it's happening. There's always scammers.
There's more scams than actual charities.
Yeah, they said that there's, like, 20 websites out there.
Yeah, all phony. People trying to get... immediately, who gets KatrinaAid.com or something? You think it's legitimate, or you think it's just some guy?
You know what? This still, as dirtbag as that is, there's something just fucking hilarious. You know they're giggling like fucking third graders when they're setting the thing up.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you believe we're gonna fucking
the money's gonna pour in.
Just sitting there on the phone. Yeah, I know. I feel bad for the victims too. It's looking over your face.
They had to switch away from it to go to some hurricane stuff that meant nothing to me anymore. Are you still watching it?
Nah.
Do you care anymore?
Nah, not really.
It's over. Like, people down there, it's still just as horrific as it was. There are some people that are getting back, doing it. But for a lot of people, still just as horrific as it was day one. But the American public right now, I'm done with it.
Yeah,
the story's over. It's old news. Don't care.
I felt that last night on stage.
Did you?
Yeah, just doing my Hurricane Katrina chunk. And, you just feel like, all right, whatever. And then I had to, like, add new shit. Now the bit has evolved into the people who actually steal the funds that go down there.
Yeah, the phony charities.
Yeah. Next week I'll be talking about people breaking up the leaves. It's just like, dude, the premise is over. Move on.
Yeah, it's done. There's no real heat anymore.
Yeah, you look at the front pages of all the newspapers. We're done with it. It's all about the Emmys now. Oh, eBay items going away in less than an hour, huh? We got our Opie and Anthony auction for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. We'll get into that whole thing when we get back, okay? That's where we started, and then it just went horribly wrong today.
Certainly did.
Well, I made the toilet bowl look like downtown New Orleans, I'll tell you that much. No, we don't need to do that.
Hey, now.
I know. Thank you. I'll be here all weekend. Try the deal. Hey, the Opie and Anthony auction, the second phase, a lot of items are going away today. Actually, a lot of items going away in the next 15 or 20 minutes or so. So you might want to go to the link that's on opieandanthony.com and see what's going away, maybe get a final bid on some of this stuff. What's an Opie and Anthony HES promotional sign autographed?
Those are the signs that you, from your appearance at the Home Electronics Show here in New York.
Okay.
Big, tall ones, autographed.
All right, those are going away in like 11 minutes, 10 minutes. The Opie and Anthony Mardi Gras banner that we autographed, that's going away in like 10 minutes. Martini Steve American Flame shirt's going away in 10 minutes, Anthony. If you want to make a final bid on that. Another Flame shirt going away in about 10 minutes. In a half hour, a lot of Opie and Anthony and Ron and Fez photo sets autographed are going away in about a half hour. What else in the next hour? Jim Norton Scarface shirt that he got for his birthday.
From his mother, I guess.
Right.
Gave him this for his birthday, and he comes in and just complains about how it stinks. Isn't that odd? His mother got him a present, and he did nothing but complain about it.
How can a Scarface T-shirt stink?
Because it was such a bright red. The shirt was red, and it had like a white print of Pacino on the front, and it said Scarface on the back. He goes, it was just the worst shirt.
It's awful.
And he wore it here one day. He wore it to show how bad it was, and it really was just a bad, bad shirt. But I am so bad. When I get a present for Christmas or birthday or something, I can't even confess to myself I don't like it, because it makes me feel bad for the person. I start picturing them actually buying it and thinking it's going to be good or something. So
worse is they're standing there staring at you.
Yeah.
As you're opening it, like,
yeah.
You like that?
Good one, and I can't even admit it to myself. So I convince myself that I like it. And
they're looking for your reaction. And as soon as they're looking for your reaction, they even know that the gift stinks.
Yeah.
That's what that comes down to.
Cash is king.
That's right. But the Jim Norton Scarface bright red shirt, it's just awful that he autographed. That's going away in like 40 minutes. My pants that I gave to Travis, don't ask Bill, they're going away in about 40 minutes. Even the intern for a day is going away? Mm-hmm. Wow, the Opie and Anthony intern for a day, if you want to make a final bid on that, that's going away in less than an hour. And it goes on and on. Wow stickers. Brian Regan's Cup of Dirt has less than an hour left in auction.
What's that up to?
$430 for a Cup of Dirt autographed by Brian Regan. Brian Regan's Pop-Tarts that he autographed, that's going away in the next hour. So a lot of items, and obviously it's for a good cause. 100% of the proceeds go to the victims of Hurricane Katrina. The link's on opieandanthony.com to get to the auction.
We're helping.
Hurricane Katrina, yes, it's still happening down there in New Orleans, I guess, huh?
Yes.
And I told Anthony, I said, mark my words, Hurricane Rita is going to hit New Orleans.
Yeah.
It's just how things work sometimes.
It has to happen. That's the way the movie would work. It has to happen.
You've heard about Hurricane Rita, right?
No.
It's heading toward the Keys. And it's going to skip off Key West, and it's gonna turn right into New Orleans. You mark my word.
It's going into the Gulf.
It's just one of those things. Every once in a while, something happens. I don't know. The stars line up, and something that is just, the odds are not in its favor. It ends up happening.
Well, the moronic mayor over there is, much to the chagrin of a lot of the feds, is inviting people back, inviting certain parishes back, business owners, and just general population, inviting them back to certain areas to get some normalcy, to start the rebuilding process. But a lot of these places still don't have power, water. They still have sewage on the ground, if not, still flooded. So a lot of these feds are saying, slow down. This is a stupid idea. And bringing them back now with it still being hurricane season, and with one inching into the Gulf like this, right. It really sounds like a bad idea. Like, you don't want people coming back in just so you got to chase them back out again if this thing does happen to head toward New Orleans. So this mayor in New Orleans is really an idiot. Idiot.
And most of the people don't want to move back there anyway. They're in better neighborhoods now.
Yeah, a lot of them don't want to move back.
It's a whole big thing.
Get them a kayak. Break through the wall.
I was thinking about that clip all weekend long, Celine Dion. Let them touch things.
Let them touch things. The Photoshops that turned up on Whackbag were just hysterical. They get the Photoshop threads going. And a lot of these now are turning into the animated Photoshops. I guess a lot of people picking up that software. I still got to figure that out.
You know, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Fucking Fox News. How classic is this? The Hurricane Rita is going to hit the Keys or Key West, and then it's probably going to go into the Gulf, right?
Yeah.
They don't know where it's going to be yet. They just have no clue what direction it's going to take. It could be anywhere from...
it's heading towards Houston.
That's what I'm saying.
What they showed.
No, that's what...
who left New Orleans
That's what I'm getting
so
at.
fucking evil. God is following them with hurricanes.
That's what I'm getting at. But that's fucking Fox throwing that in all our heads today, because it could hit anywhere on the Gulf Coast, but they just showed that it looks like it's going to hit Houston. Early projections that it's going to hit Houston.
Yeah.
Following those evil people.
Would that be fantastic?
Could you imagine if it
God
hit Houston?
doesn't care about black people.
Oh, no. He obviously doesn't. He's just sending hurricanes like a dog. Sick 'em! Sick 'em! Just sending them off. Is that going to happen now to the Astrodome?
The early prediction is it's heading right toward Houston.
It's just going to be these shit-filled domes all over the country. Huge toilets.
They're not going to let those refugees in the next town.
No. We don't want them.
Yeah, you got the plague now.
Travis is getting the audio, so we'll see what they're saying. But I just saw a map, and, of course, out of everywhere, it just had Houston in huge letters.
Winning is not important. What is important is how you feel about yourself. And, of course, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself if you win.
She's doing that whole Ellen confused thing. Ellen confused babbling
She's
thing.
great at that. She's great at the confused thing.
Go to Korea and just get a kayak. Please.
Thank you, Javalog.
A kayak.
Kayak.
I was laughing. I was switching around the channels.
Man, that's the funniest thing from last
I
week.
was switching around the channels over the weekend, and I saw some kind of ESPN. They showed some kayaking, and I couldn't stop laughing.
It's like the kayak. Just break down that wall.
Into the side of the house.
Go through those walls with the kayak.
Through those walls.
Where's our Celine Dion? Now I gotta hear
All
that.
in all, it's just another brick in the wall. We must break it down.
All right, here we go. Let's move on.
Is he still married to that old guy? Who looks like he's made out of wax.
What is his name? I used to know it because I used to.
Celine.
Oh, it's like something like it's something really
It's like a
French.
one-word
It's
thing.
Gerard or
Like Henri or
Henri. Yeah.
It isn't Henri though. It's
Renee.
Renee. My husband Renee. And then they had that problem with her getting pregnant, and he wound up having the prostate cancer or something.
Yeah,
was it the prostate
Because
cancer?
his semen is 80 years old.
Yeah. He was like
Lost
her
its
agent.
zip.
She was 14 when he started like going out with her or something. It's despicable. The guy should be in jail. While
Just
he's
bent her over a mixing board after one take.
Take me, Renee.
Just bust through it like a kayak through a wall.
His sperm looks like mustard.
God.
That conjures up a nice image.
All right, here.
Let's face it, everybody wants to win. This is show business. But tonight, let's try something. Let's just try to put aside our ego, our envy, our jealousy, our judgment. What am I saying? That's what got us here.
Why? She lost me on that joke.
But seriously,
mocking
I
Hollywood.
think overall,
Seriously,
in the
though.
scheme of things, winning an Emmy is not important. Let's get our priorities straight. I think we all know what's really important in life. Winning an Oscar.
I didn't see that coming.
Wow, that's very
She
close.
blindsided me. I thought it was going to be another little hurricane thing.
Yeah.
Priorities, and then she comes across with the Oscar. That was good.
Yeah, I know. We'll definitely get to it. All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. The Opie and Anthony auction, a lot of items going away today. Go to opieandanthony.com to see what else is, what's still up there for bids and stuff. Of course, helping out the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Anthony's NBC jacket only has 12 minutes left.
Wow, that's my NBC jacket from the XFL Game Day days.
That's right. Well, that's a very famous jacket, too.
Yes.
What happened?
XFL Game Day.
It's just fucking XFL. It's awful.
I know. It was horrible, and we were part of it.
Oh, you guys were?
Oh, No, please, I'm sorry.
We did the pregame show.
We did the pregame show on NBC.
That was our only shot at
At what point
national
did you
TV.
realize that it wasn't going to take off?
Before we even taped the first one.
But they gave Anthony a jacket, so Ant goes, all right, now that you gave me an NBC jacket, yeah, I'll do this.
Yeah, that was
I
pretty
blame
much
it
the
on
deal.
you.
The deal closer.
Did you get to meet Vince McMahon?
Oh, yeah,
We've
all
met
the
him
time.
many
Vince
times over the
McMahon.
years,
Wonderful guy. You're fired.
They just didn't have their shit together, man.
No, they kept calling us up. Here's what they had. They had this image of a pregame show for XFL. XFL was thrown together, man. They really didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and that's obvious. So their image for this pregame show was, let's get a couple of wild hosts, because this XFL is so wild. We got chicks and cheerleaders. It's no holds barred, in your face, smash 'em football. That
no fair catches.
Yeah, no fair catch. You catch it, you're getting your fucking ass handed to you. It's outrageous. I'd love to continue, but someone just walked. E-Rock.
E-Rock, why are you walking into the
What's
studio?
up, E-Rock?
Anthony's in the middle of the XFL story.
Yeah.
What?
What happened?
I was told to come in here to give you an update on the eBay auction.
When we say, all right, come in here. We're in the middle of telling the XFL story.
I know.
Did we really need an update? I think Opie was doing a great job of updating the auction, saying that what time was left on things. And
there's a guy outside the studio. You'll bring him in a few minutes. Could Anthony continue with his story? Thank you.
All right, see you later. This is just radio hazing.
Hazing by radio, yeah, it is.
So, XFL.
Yes.
Wild hosts.
They had some image that they wanted this wild hosts and everything, but then they had the sports angle too, so they wanted a sportscaster that had some credibility, and then they had one of the coaches from one of the teams, and all brought together into the pregame show. This was going to be the half-hour show that aired before the game. So they approached us way in advance. You want to do this, guys? And we're like, no, there's no way. I personally know zilch about sports in general. As far as XFL goes, I know nothing about this. I couldn't name a player if you asked me.
So they want you to actually talk about football?
Yeah, that was part of it.
Interview these guys that weren't good enough to be in the NFL, basically.
But when they approached us with it, they said, no, you don't have to know shit about this. That's not your job. We got the sports guys. You guys are just going to be throwing it to people and talking to the cheerleaders and, just being wild, getting the crowd pumped. So what this was a live event every week. We would tape a live event. So they needed an audience is what they needed.
The crowd pump. You ready for the kickoff?
Yeah.
Come on!
So what they needed was a live audience, and they figured we could bring that to the WWF down there in Times Square to tape this thing every week. So we would bring huge amounts of our listeners down there who were just animals. Animals could not take direction. There's a director trying to tell them, all right, now, when Opie and Anthony come out, fuck your mother's cunt, No, when O&A come out...
Because these are like professional sports producers and stuff trying to make this work.
So here's me and Opie now, we've done road shows. We get up on stage, we bring girls out to show their tits, the crowd goes crazy, we show them members of the show, the crowd goes nuts, things like that. We talk about the show. Now we're wearing earpieces with directors going, okay, introduce Rusty, the sports guy, and then throw it to this. And we're sitting there lost, like puppets whose strings don't work. We're totally lost. We have our audience out there now laughing at us, just going, you fucking dick! You suck! Like you flub a line and go, all right, yeah. Well, we got an interview coming up. All right, cut. Redo that. Anthony, can't you talk, you fucking cock? It was the worst experience ever.
And it was supposed to only take like an hour. They thought in and out, no problem. The guys get there, we'll record. It's a half-hour show, but it'll only take an hour. 3-4 hours later, it's now midnight. We're exhausted. We're still freaking doing the taping.
They made us they did real stage makeup, like TV makeup, where they sat you in a chair and the makeup woman would take out that thing. Remember that thing she used on us?
Yeah,
it was like an airbrush thing.
Yeah, that just.
Oh, you're like orange?
Yeah.
Spray the orange.
You're
on your
orange.
face.
And then you walk out there. We got the earpieces, a couch, and they would go, and we would say, we told them well in advance, we go, we're not going to do this thing because we don't know what the fuck you want from us. Don't worry, you'll have writers, you'll have this. We get there day one for the show. What do you guys want to do? It's like, wait,
What do you guys?
You're
what do you
taping
guys got
this.
planned? Yeah.
You're taping this shit, right? Yeah. What do you got planned? Nothing. We just did a radio show for 4. We're here taping. What? We brought an audience.
Right.
What do you want from us?
So
and go.
So we pulled off the first week. We really did it after many hours. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of there, right? This is where it gets really funny, and I knew we were fucked.
Yeah.
I go to NBC because they're now, putting the whole thing together, and I want to see the process, right? So I walk into the editing room, and what's his name's over there?
Yeah, our guy.
Our guy there, Pete Radovich, who's a very talented guy. He's sitting there at the monitors looking at the tape that they, taped the night before, and his head is down, and his hands are in his face, and he's like, oh, God. He's like having an anxiety attack. And I come in like, hey, Pete, what's up? Show me what you got. He goes, sit down. Sit down. I'm like, what? He goes, I'll show you. So I guess they had one camera that was going to be the two-shot of us. Okay, so it's two-shot of us on a stage, but then you can see the audience. So it would be a nice shot, right? One of our asshole listeners, because they had monitors on the side, realized they could really fuck with the cameraman. So they're looking at the monitor, and then they're pointing out our packages.
One guy was jerking us off from the crowd. He looked at the monitor, got his hand right in front of one of us.
Where our dicks would be.
And started moving his hand like he's jerking us off. And no one saw this the entire show.
So Pete's like, I can't use any of this.
He goes, and that's the long shot. So all he could
Not
use,
the long
no,
shot.
that was the medium
two
shot,
shot.
the 2-shot.
Right.
So now all they could do was use the mile away shot that they use at the opening of the show to show the whole audience and us on stage like a millimeter tall, or the side stage cam, which is like ridiculous to use.
I go, well, Pete, that's no big deal. He goes, no, it is. He did it through the entire thing.
The whole goddamn thing. This one of our listeners.
Because they had them, like I said, they had the monitors on the side, so he's able to
is
line
that
up
funny?
his two little fingers, to
It's
make it look
hilarious.
like he was jerking us off.
You know, he was fast forwarding through the tape, just waiting for that break, and
Right.
maybe his arm falls asleep.
Nothing. This guy was dedicated to the bit, man. Just did it the entire time.
So the first show was us finally going, hey, we're here at the WWF restaurant, and we're so tiny on the screen because, like Ann said, we had to use the faraway shot. That was supposed to be the zoom in, and then we finally talk,
Yeah.
It was horrific. I forgot what else they were doing, but they were like, I don't know. He was drawing balls on us and stuff with his fingers.
They would curse like crazy. You'd finally stumble through the line you're supposed to say, and it would just be, yeah, motherfucker, from the crowd. Up, got to do it again. And then they tell us, they go, could you go out and make an announcement to your audience not to curse? I go, no, you don't understand. You don't do that.
You can't do that.
You can't do it. No, go out there and tell them not to curse. Good. Look, we'll just run through it enough times. We'll get one where they're not cursing, because we can't.
Right over their head.
All right, go out there. Guys, the production here, we really need you guys not to curse during the motherfuck, fuck, shit, fuck, bitch, cunt, fuck. Nothing but cursing. They're pests, is what they are. We've raised them to be pests.
We finally acknowledged that they're just pests. There's nothing we can do about it.
That was a nightmare. The show was canceled after, how many shows did we actually do?
We did 4 or 6.
We did 4 or
Maybe
something.
4. I don't even know
We were scheduled to do the whole season, but then they called us and said, all right. We got paid for them all, though. That was cool.
I'm sure that was rough to hear that was canceled.
Yeah.
You know that nightmare you're doing every week?
I know. That's what it was,
You
too.
don't have to do
I was
that
like,
anymore.
thank God.
Yeah, the anxiety we felt. All right,
I was thanking God.
We only have a few minutes left in the show. Why don't we get E-Rock in here, because the Opie and Anthony auction, a lot of items are going away today. Go to opieandanthony.com to see what items are still available. Like Intern for a Day and a MiFi with a lifetime subscription. Those items are going away today, and they're
Big item.
They're huge items.
Oh, look who's watching this video.
Hey, E-Rock. Hey, E-Rock.
Hello.
How are you, bro?
Good.
All right, where are we with the Opie and Anthony auction?
We have 8 items left for today that are going away.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What items?
Dan's got them right there in front of you.
Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, now he does. Okay. The NBC jacket that Anthony wore out of court, that the paparazzi took a nice shot of him.
Yeah, that's right. That's famous for a couple of things. It's famous. It was on some of the XFL game day shows. Was
long
I wearing
shot?
that? A long shot, very long shot. Was I wearing that jacket when we did the kickoff?
No.
No?
No.
I thought that was the jacket
No.
I was wearing. I was wearing an XFL jacket.
You wore it out of court.
I wore it out of court, yeah.
And the Post got a nice picture of you.
Yeah, they did.
Leaving the court after your divorce. So you could get that jacket. It's $355.
Ooh, nice.
The Opie and Anthony intern for a day. Wow. Over $4,000. That has 2 hours left if you want to bid on that. And just a bunch of other stuff. The XM MiFi with lifetime subscription. $1,600 right now, but that has 5 hours left in the auction. And what else is going away today? Oh, Robert Kelly's kneecast is going away today.
No?
Oh, that's 2 days. Okay, that has a couple more days. Never mind. The poker set autographed, that's going away in a few hours. So go to opieandanthony.com and click on the link to get to our little charity auction.
Yes, raising a lot of cash.
Eric, you want to leave the studio and bring in this young go-getter that picked up one of our items?
All right.
All right. Here goes Eric.
Oh, he's leaving so soon?
He's leaving the studio to go get this guy. I guess he bid on one of the items, and here comes Eric back in the studio.
Back.
with the guy. Hey, what's your name, bro?
Radar on Whackbag.
Wait, what's your name?
Radar on Whackbag.
Your radar on Whackbag. Uh-huh.
You spell it the right way, or is it Ray-Dar?
The right way, I guess.
Yeah?
Do you use your name Ray?
No.
A name Ray?
No.
Anything Ray? It's just Radar?
Just Radar.
Radar.
R-A-D-A-R?
Right.
All right. So what did you bid on?
The Arthur Sheehan sign.
Oh, you're the guy that did it?
Very popular
Awesome.
item.
Where is it? You're going to present it to him now? How much did you spend on that?
I think it was like $800.
You're a fancy man with fancy taste. How did you come up with $800?
I got a good job, so.
Got a good job? Very cool.
Yeah, what do you do?
Computers.
Computers.
That's it, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you really do computers?
Yeah, I do like programming and stuff.
Oh, smart.
Huh? Years in the clubs.
The good stuff, right?
Put the wardrobe together, the glasses.
Yeah, you picked that right out.
Bam.
You knew, huh, Bill?
He has cubicle posture.
Do you do some of the Photoshops and
No, none of that.
No graphics?
No.
Yeah.
You only have one post on Whackbag.
Yeah, I'm a post whore.
No,
you only have one post?
Yeah.
What was his post about?
Yeah, if you...
Hi.
You go to Whackbag...
I think that's actually what it was.
New to the board.
Anybody check out that sign?
We all go to Whackbag every day, but he decided he needed a post one day, and...
What's his post say?
It's under Washington, D.C. Whackbagger, so you're from the D.C. area.
Yeah.
And it just says nothing. You posted, just acknowledge that you're a Washington, D.C. Whackbagger.
What if you click on that link?
Oh, you just say your hometown, Maryland, reporting, right?
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Just a location check. Is
You
all he
are
does
an
so far.
exciting guy.
Fancy man.
What do you do for fun?
He's got one post. He basically said what town he lives in. All right.
What do you do for fun?
Good way to kick off the
That's a
discussion.
start,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, nothing?
No, not really.
No?
Holy crap.
Wow.
You're a perfect guest for the show today.
You are
nothing.
devoid of personality. You really are.
Why, thank you.
All right, Eric. Could you,
Any,
yeah.
There he goes. He's sitting out there waiting for his sign. Well, thank you very much.
All right, there he goes,
Oh,
Eric.
there goes Eric.
Hey, Eric.
And Radar.
I came back in for a second.
He did. He forgot his pen.
Damn, is that funny?
All right. Wow.
Friggin' music.
Know what we forgot to talk about today?
What?
Did you know we're going back to the moon?
Oh, that's right. I did read a little bit about this.
We are going back to the moon in... What year are we up to? We're going to go back in 13 years from right now.
2018, they're talking about going back to the moon. Going back to the moon. Going to cost billions upon billions of dollars.
But
And what's the reason?
Because it's cool. The moon is cool, and going there is cool.
Is it because we want to go to Mars eventually?
Yeah. That would be like the, the whole reason we really started the space program. A lot of the stuff we started in the early 60s was to get to the moon. So you're doing one thing, but it's helping out learning how to go that further step. So going to the moon now is not just revisiting the moon like we did and doing what we did there. It's a way to get to the... Danny's holding up a sign saying we're going because we forgot our flag.
That's still blowing in the wind up there.
It stinks. Can't believe I used it. Devoid of a line today. So.
That flag's still blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the breeze. No, so now we're going to go to the moon so we can try out new cool equipment and stuff and maybe make some kind of a base there.
But if we already went to the
that
moon...
place without an atmosphere.
Yeah, that's a great place to start a base. Yeah, you build things.
But if we already went to the moon, why do we have to wait 13 more years to go back?
Yeah, that's a little odd.
Couldn't we go there tomorrow?
You would think we would have the stuff. We've done it already. So just whip up some more of the stuff we had and go.
Right.
I mean, it seemed pretty easy. Kennedy mentioned going to the moon in the early 60s, and by the late 60s, we were there. So why is this one...
You can't land the space shuttle on there.
No.
It'd just be rough.
It would be a very difficult thing to do. But why can't we just make another lunar module, make another Apollo rocket, blast it off, and go?
It was a glitch.
Yeah, I think
the hatch just blew.
You screwed the pooch.
All right.
Yeah, I just think it's going to take a little longer than it really should.
Exactly. Let's say hi to Pat. Pat, what did you learn on the show today?
Mescaline is like mittens.
Like mittens. Very
nice.
nice. Prozac, whack bag.
I learned sensible shoes can kill an erection, and Staten Island is just a guinea gangplank to New Jersey.
All right, let's say hi to Eric in Boston.
Hey.
How about those Pats, Eric?
Yeah, Pats looked good yesterday. Yeah, I learned that you guys really are... No, they didn't.
Go ahead.
You guys really are radio geniuses. You told us the plan, how you had nothing for the show and still made me laugh for 4 hours straight.
Ah, that's the way it works.
We did have fun today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Now you...
And, of course, we'll end with this. Scott in Florida. Go ahead, Scott.
If they went to the moon in the 60s, my cell phone would be able to work from Miami to Hollywood for more than 14 seconds.
Oh.